This week on the Spotlight, we talked to Cristiano Felicio, kind of a hidden gem in the Bulls roster. They got to play this guy more. And then we talked to Jack McDowell, one of the 1993 stars that brought him to real close to the World Series. And then we have trivia from the 2016 title match at Jack's in Lansing. And we also have one other thing. Yes, it's a Bulls flashback from their heyday in the 90s this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the 29th year of the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They have tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and more. 108th and Kedzie. Lansing Floral Shop, open 8 a.m. daily. Custom silk flowers, Bridgewater candles, great flowers, 708-474-1212. A great floral shop, Lansing Floral. You should get the Sheffields for my trivia game. The next one Wednesday, January 25th at 7:30 p.m. in Dyer. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. You've got to get to Mad Anthony Sports Bar and Grill, 3350 West 47th Street. Serving La Coco's Pizza, always good. A wide variety of sandwiches and the full bar. And my trivia game every other Friday, starting at about 5:45. So good stuff at Mad Anthony. I'll see you over there. We'll have fun. We'll eat, drink, and play on a Friday, late afternoon, early evening. We're back on the Spotlight, me and the Bull. And, of course, we're talking Bulls basketball. And here at the midpoint of the season, you look at a team that's had flashes of brilliance and then not so brilliant. And then some struggling bench play and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And so I guess it was appropriate when we talked to one of their bench guys, Cristiano Felicio, kind of a favorite of our show, because we saw some flashes from him last year, and we were impressed with his demeanor. And he is getting better. He has some smooth moves for a guy that you'd think would be more of an inside slammer guy, but he's kind of shifty and slick. And he showed some of that in this particular game. But he is soft-spoken, and his command of the language, though, is great, being from Brazil and all, and we talked to him about various things. Your team had some impressive wins lately, but I guess tonight's game just goes to show you that the NBA schedule is very rough, and you have to be prepared every single day.
Yeah, for sure. We had a tough game against Toronto on Saturday. We had to come back from 19, if I'm not mistaken. And today we let it happen again, and we think we're going to come back every game, but that's not going to happen. But we're trying to stay focused and go to Washington and get one tomorrow.
Talk a little bit about the action that you saw, because you got free inside a few times, and there were a few impressive plays on your part. You seem to kind of be in the flow and enjoying yourself.
I'm trying to just go out there and just what the coach told me to do. Go rebound, go screen, go attack the basket, and sometimes I'm able to do a little more than I usually do. I knocked down a couple of shots. I got an offensive rebound in the fourth quarter that was kind of impressive to me too. And I'm just trying to be ready and do what the coach told me to do.
Your announcers, the Bulls announcers, were saying how much energy you were bringing to the floor, and it was kind of rubbing off on your teammates. Do you see yourself as the guy off the bench, as the energy guy?
I tried to. Last year I had a good impact at the end of the season doing that, and this year I came back more prepared, more in shape than I was last year. And I'm just trying to go out there and just get everything I got to help the team get the wins and hopefully get the playoffs this year.
Yeah, well, that's certainly the right attitude. I felt a little bad for Jimmy today. He was sick and it showed.
Yeah, it was kind of bad. I felt that a little bit too because Jimmy, he's the man here and he brings a lot of energy to the team. He's scoring, playing defense, and tonight we felt that without his presence there it was kind of difficult to stop some other guys in the other team and to score too.
After the long road trip, when you guys had a record of maybe 10 wins, 6 losses, it looks like a lot of things were going in the right direction. But now you're, equal number of wins and losses, and your roster looks better than that to me. How about to you?
Yeah, we have a tough stretch a couple of weeks ago, but we're just trying to stay focused and just trying to go in the right direction. I think the guys are responding very well when we're coming off of the bench, and we go in the right direction, and we're just trying to go out there and play as hard as we can and just stay together.
Okay, well, my advice is keep playing how you're playing, but be louder vocally.
Thank you.
Okay?
All right.
Thanks.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212.
Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. You've got to get to the Ballpark Pub. I have at 514 West Pershing. Great soups, great salads, great burgers, great wraps, barbecue, mixed drinks, and 14 beers on tap. They got a lot going on at the Ballpark Pub. You should join me there.
In 1966, she played Victoria Barkley on The Big Valley. Barbara Stanwyck is right. Wow. Wow. You look kind of young to know that. Troy Sharks. She won in 1989. Playing Colleen McMurphy on China Beach. Some of you know my feelings about this. Dana Delaney is correct. 70. Shy got that. J&B. She won in 1980 playing Miss Ellie on Dallas. Barbara Belgettis is correct. Boy, this is, you make my job so easy. Stevie. She won in 1969 playing Cinnamon Carter on Mission Impossible. 5 seconds.
Barbara Bach.
Barbara Bach was Rainbow Star's woman. Barbara's right. We go to The Incredibles for the cleanup. 5 seconds.
Barbara Hershey.
Barbara Hershey. We're nibbling. The Barbara's right. We go to Llama Farm. If you know this, I'm going to have an accident on the floor. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's next to impossible for your age group. Go ahead, shock me. Barbara Walters. It's the cute, it might be the cute answer of the night. We go to the illegal aliens. Lean on your old guys there. She played Cinnamon Carter on Mission Impossible. Going. Barbara Eden. We go to the bar. That dad might know over there. Mission Impossible. Going. So, sorry. Sock, have you played this? Yeah. Barbara Landau. Oh,
She was
God.
married to Martin Landau.
Yeah, well, I don't need a description. I'm sorry. You were very close. Night Out. Barbara Bain is correct. And Night Out with the cleanup. Barbara Bain, that's the actress's name. All right, Shy Sharks. What's it like? To me. She won in 1997, playing Dr. Dana Scully on the X-Files. Julian Anderson is correct. And so Shy Sharks with a slight lead. We're getting close to food, folks. J&B. What you want? Country music? I got country music for you. I need 2 names. Beer for my horses. Willie Nelson, Toby Keith. Hey, don't say it like every asshole knows it. 80. I don't like that. 160. We go to the Stooges for country or know your area.
Know your area.
Oh my God. This wasn't supposed to happen, but it's the luck of the draw. If you're in 186th and Burnham, what town are you in? Bison. Okay. Jesus. Could walk there for a minute. All right, so the Stooges show their skills, and we go to the Incredibles. He's very famous. Pretty sure he was born in the 70s. And he sang Austin. 5 seconds. Going.
Blake Shelton.
Yes. Blake Shelton is right.
And we'll have more 2016 trivia title match action next week.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Grade of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski.
You've got to get to the Sock Live Minkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. Welcome to another edition of the Benkowski Sports Spotlight. We're at North Central College, where some great athletes are going at it here. And it's a Century 21 Easter Seals event. And this fine gentleman has gone 5 or 6 times around the track. What is your name, sir?
Gustavo Vargas.
And how many trips have you taken around this track?
6.
That is tremendous. We have a chance for one more, you think?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, keep going, and you're going to help raise funds for the big Century 21 Easter Seals event. Is that right?
Yes.
And your age again?
10.
Well, keep rolling. You are very inspiring. Thank you. Go ahead. We'll watch you in action. A tremendous athlete. And just part of the spirit of what's going on here on the Century 21 Easter Seals event. We'll have more coverage of other sporting events later in the program. But first, some exclusive material I was able to get with Blackjack McDowell, the Major League's ace, I believe, in the last few years. Let's go to Comiskey Park right away. I was doing some math about the last couple seasons, and it seems like you're a pretty solid bet to get 22 outs in just about every game you pitch. That's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I've done pretty well of staying and sticking around games and throwing innings over the last few years, and it's just something I've kind of built on. Once you get in a mode and learn how to do certain things and learn how to stay in the game, I think I've done a pretty good job of keeping that going.
I know that as debates, and this is an interesting debate that has been surfacing lately, people are talking about, maybe a little premature for Cy Young again, but, talking about innings pitched and, who's the most effective starter, who would you most like to have in a game for all the marbles, and your name keeps coming up. And, I'm sure that maybe you're not as happy with your earned run average this year as you would be, but, the wins are the key, and anybody that goes out and gets a victory in a game they start is doing an effective job. Is that how you see it?
I still think, as far as numbers go, you got to wait till the end of the season before anything's said anyway, to see where numbers fall, because people like to generalize numbers and not look at individual games as individual games, and that's when you get in trouble numbers-wise sometimes, especially with pitchers. You can get blown out of the water a couple games, and I think my best year numbers-wise was a couple years back when I won 17 games, and it didn't matter. I only won 17 games, and so I wasn't one of the upper echelon guys until I won 20 games. And when it comes down to it, I think the most important thing for everybody out there is wins, and especially for the team.
Yeah, in fact, to support what you just said, I find situations where if your club gets out to a gigantic lead, if you're trying to be too fine and trying to win a game 7-0, you're not doing your club a service. You might give up a couple runs challenging hitters, but you get through the lineup, you get the outs, and then again you might come back and win a 2-1 game in which you needed to hold the opposition down.
Yeah, the situations, the innings too. I mean, you can look at some guys' innings pitch, and if most of the guys that are right up there in innings pitch have done the job consistently throughout the year, and I think that's an important thing too.
As you look at the big picture and certainly think about your eventual next contract and the information and fodder that your agent would need, are you starting to get a feel for yourself at the top or near the top of the heap of major league starting pitchers?
I mean, I've had to evaluate my numbers pretty deeply the last couple of years preparing for arbitration. So, I mean, I'm well aware of where I stand numbers-wise with everybody. And hopefully I don't overachieve being able to stay with the White Sox. That's the one thing that kind of worries me. But we'll see what happens with that.
Well, I guess there's no history for that. I mean, certainly you might be the precedent setter of the new young group of star White Sox who would get to the salary level that might actually make them have to depart. You're kind of the test case, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. If Chicago can't afford me, I don't know who's gonna. So that's a tough thing. But we'll see. We're having a lot of fun this year, and hopefully we can keep it going and bring a championship here, and we'll go from there.
To give a little perspective to the Sox fans watching for August and September, what do you look to? What do you see as the keys, either continuing what you've done or improving as a club, not yourself, but as a club, that will make the difference and make you go into this year's playoffs?
Well, I think first of all, anybody who's paying close attention to it, there's still quite a few articles and still quite a bit mentioned about the West being down this year and a bunch of mediocre teams, and the East is so dominant. And I think if someone wants to pick up a paper right now and check out the standings and check out the won-loss totals of both divisions, the West is not necessarily down, and we're not a mediocre club. We've got a lot of good clubs in this league, and that's one of the reasons why everybody was playing 500 was we've got a lot of even clubs.
You've got to get to Jack's, 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. My game show at Oliver's gets better and better. At 6100 West 159th Street in Oak Forest. Live trivia, alternate Thursdays at 7 p.m. Have great food, great drink, and great trivia at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
Split, Croatia, a 6'11" forward, Tony Kukoc. 11 in the middle, from Oklahoma, 6'11", Stacy King. A 6'2" guy from Notre Dame, John Paxton.
Welcome to another edition of the Benkowski Sports Spotlight, and we are back at Chicago Stadium for basketball to discuss the end of the Michael Jordan era. And I must tell you, the feeling that I have, confined to a single word, is eerie.
That is the feeling with this current crop of bulls. I think I'll get used to it, and you should too, but it was weird here in the opening game against the Seattle Supersonics.
Scott Williams was excellent in the early going. Corey Blunt also showing more than potential. But the Sonics could be the team to beat in the West. Not the team you wanted to play in the first go-round. And with Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant out of the lineup, Tony Kukoc was under great pressure. We talked to him about whether the third quarter was when he started to feel good about himself.
Maybe that was nice, but that's not basketball. We still lost the game by 19, I think, and but it's just 5-6 days of practice. This team is that long, and I think we're gonna play much better. Now we don't have so much of confidence in ourselves. You know, everyone is new here. A lot of guys actually is new, watching for plays, but next couple of games we will improve for sure.
Certainly you're aware that exhibition games, even though you want to win, are designed to make your team work its system. I mean, you want to win, but that's not the number one important thing. Isn't it a little too early to get upset about a win or a loss?
As soon as we start to win, the better will be for us. But I told you, it's just 5 days of practice and the first game, so we'll get better.
Tony, Phil said you were nervous. He felt you were nervous, Phil Jackson. Were you nervous?
No, not much. Not much. Just after I miss those 2 free throws, and I missed the layup after the rebound. I was not happy about that, but things happen.
Was there a moment here where after a particular basket or a play you made where you felt a greater sense of belonging?
Oh, after that dunk I got, that kind of loosened me up. You know, I wasn't real nervous before the game. I just wanted to go out and perform well. And, you know, I thought I did all right. I need to work on some things, but I think it'll come.
What teammates did you felt you had the best mix with? Did you find yourself in sync with anybody, passing wise or looking down court for them?
No, I think, you know, we're basically all trying to learn the offense. A lot of new guys are on this team, so we're all trying to work together and learn the offense. And, you know, when I was out there with any group, I felt comfortable. It's just, you know, seeing what each other is trying to read off each other.
Besides the physical play, defensively, what adjustments do you think you're going to have to make to have your game grow on the defensive end?
I think I'm going to have to work on my post defense, you know. I think that's the major slump in my game right now is getting around. I got a foul today that I didn't think I fouled the guy, but he said, you know, I had my hand on his back and you're not allowed to do that. So, you know, I need to work on that problem.
Actually, my shoe caught the floor, and my leg continued kind of backwards at the knee area and just kind of put a lot of pressure, I guess, on the back.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.